The ocean is pretty deep. It's dark, and honestly, packed with the weirdest things you've never seen. And since it covers like 71% of the planet, maybe it's time we figure out what's actually swimming down there. Here are 15 of the scariest deep-sea fish ever discovered. Number 15, the anglerfish. There's something about anglerfish that screams nightmare. They look terrifying, and they come with some pretty freaky features to match that vibe. Found near the seafloor in oceans all over the globe, these deep-sea predators are equipped for darkness. Their most iconic part is that weird, fleshy antenna growing from their heads. It glows, and they use it like a fishing lure to trick prey into coming close. That's when the real horror starts. Their teeth are needle-sharp and their mouths are ridiculously big. The entire circumference of the anglerfish's head is the mouth, and it can open wide enough to swallow prey twice its own size. They don't need to chew. They just swallow whole, let the digestive system do the rest, and move on to the next target. It's unsettling. And if you're another fish roaming too close in the pitch black, you're pretty much doomed to be dinner. Even sharks know better than to mess with these deep-sea devourers. Number 14. The cookie cutter shark. The name might sound sweet, but this little shark doesn't play nice. It's small, about 20 inches long, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in bite. It's got a jaw like a hole puncher and uses it to take circular chunks out of anything it wants. The bites are neat, perfectly round, and just big enough to leave a permanent reminder. These sharks hang deep in the ocean during the day and come up at night to snack. Their favorite targets are bigger predators. That includes whales, dolphins, and other sharks. They're fearless. Despite their tiny bodies, they'll go after anything they think they can carve into. It's the boldness that makes them weird, not just the bites. Their name fits, sure, but nothing about this shark feels harmless. It's like having a sharp little thief in the water, showing up in the dark, taking its cut, and vanishing without a trace. Number 13. The goblin shark. The deep-sea goblin shark is a walking nightmare. Part alien, part squished prehistoric shark. It looks horrifying, and honestly, that's not even a joke. But beyond the terrifying exterior, how dangerous is it really? Let's see. With its long, flat snout and a nasty row of razor teeth, this shark is built for ambush. What makes it truly creepy, though, is how it attacks by launching its jaws forward in a snap motion to snatch unsuspecting prey, then pulling them right back into its mouth. Despite the scary face, the goblin shark is surprisingly sluggish. It doesn't chase after anything at speed. Instead, it waits and grabs, conserving energy. That might be your saving grace, because the thing looks like it crawled out of someone's sleep paralysis episode. If you ever saw one coming at you underwater, chances are fear alone would help you outswim it. These slow creepers rely more on surprise than speed, and that's somehow even worse. Number 12. The black swallower. Nothing about this fish looks friendly. The name's accurate. It swallows prey bigger than itself, stretching its stomach so far it becomes see-through. The black swallower uses a mix of elastic skin and a big mouth to consume fish up to 10 times its own size. They live deep, far below where light reaches, and they're rarely seen by us. When they are found, it's often because they overdid it. Some are found dead, their bellies bursting wide open, unable to digest the oversized catch in time. They don't chew, they don't tear, they engulf, whole and fast. Once it's inside, there's no going back. This fish is a perfect fit for the deep sea's harsh environment, where meals are rare and it pays to eat everything while you can. It's not elegant or careful, it's greedy, raw, and built for extremes. If there's ever a fish that sums up survival in the deep ocean, this is it, without a single doubt. Number 11. The fangtooth fish. Just the name alone tells you what you're dealing with. The fangtooth fish isn't large, only about 6 inches full grown, but its teeth are way out of proportion for its size. These things are long, curved, and jagged, and they look like something out of a horror movie. They live at serious depths, sometimes over 16,000 feet below the surface. That far down, light disappears, and eyesight doesn't help much. So the fangtooth relies on detecting vibrations and movement to track down food. Despite its nasty appearance, it's not a threat to humans. In fact, it mostly feeds on smaller fish and invertebrates. But those fangs, they're so big that the fish had to evolve special pouches in its head just to avoid stabbing itself when it shuts its mouth. You'll likely never see one in person, but the image sticks. Even among deep-sea nightmares, fangtooth stands out, not for its size, but for just how wrong and horrifying its face looks. Number 10. The box jellyfish. The box jellyfish isn't just another underwater oddball. It's one of the deadliest creatures in the entire ocean. Its sting isn't just painful. It unleashes a venom that attacks your heart, nervous system, and skin all at once. People stung by one rarely make it back to shore. Many go into cardiac arrest before they even know what hit them. So, what happens if it crosses paths with a shark? Sharks have much tougher skin than we do, obviously. Our soft outer layer is no match for those venomous tentacles. But a shark's armored hide? That's another story. Still, younger sharks, especially pups, don't have that thick protection yet. And box jellies have around 5,000 stinging cells on each tentacle, ready to strike the moment they brush against something. Baby sharks have been found with unmistakable jellyfish sting marks, but older sharks are tougher. They can usually shrug it off. So, in this battle, size does matter, and being a baby shark is not the vibe. Number 9. The barrel-eye fish. Well, it's not scary. It's fantastically beautiful. The ocean's deeper layers hold some of the weirdest biology on the planet, and the barrel-eye fish might just top that list. It's not just unusual, it's almost unreal. This fish has a see-through dome-shaped head, and inside that dome sit two green tube-like eyes that swivel upward to spot prey above. The dome protects its vision system in the pitch-black, high-pressure zones where it floats. It doesn't move fast. Its long, flat fins help it stay motionless as it waits in place, hovering and saving energy. From a distance, it almost looks like a piece of science fiction art. Its body glows faintly from bioluminescent organs, which adds another layer of bizarre. While other deep-sea species have lost their eyesight over time, this one's vision evolved to be sharper, more adapted to shadows and motion above. Everything about this fish feels off, and that's exactly why it works so well down there. Number 8. Monkfish. Monkfish are strange, bottom-dwelling predators that sit quietly on the ocean floor, blending into their surroundings. Their rough appearance, with a wide mouth and a face only the sea could love, hides how skilled they are at catching prey. Found near the continental shelves of the Americas, Africa, and Asia, monkfish use a modified spine called an esca to lure other fish right into their jaws. Once close, the monkfish lunges forward and grabs its meal, which can be nearly half its own size. Rows of inward-pointing teeth trap the catch, and their expandable stomachs do the rest. Though fish are the usual menu item, they've been seen snatching waterfowl and otters when near the surface. Once overlooked in markets for their appearance, monkfish were often given away to monks and poor families, earning them the name. Now, they're gaining fame as a budget-friendly seafood option, often compared to lobster for taste, but not for price. Number 7. Atlantic wolffish. The Atlantic wolffish doesn't just look like it means business. It's got a mouth full of thick, canine-like teeth built for breaking down hard-shelled prey. It feeds on sea urchins, crustaceans, and armored marine snails, using its strong jaws to crack through what most other fish wouldn't bother trying to eat. Reaching lengths of up to 5 feet, this species prefers cold, deep waters, usually between 300 and 1,600 feet down, in the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans. Despite its fierce appearance, the wolffish isn't aggressive unless provoked. Its body is long and eel-like, earning it the nickname wolf eel, though it's not an eel at all. What makes it stand out even more is its role in the ecosystem. It helps keep numbers of urchins and other invertebrates in check, which in turn supports healthy sea life along the seafloor. Strange-looking, tough, and vital to its environment, this isn't a fish that needs flash to be impressive. It's just beautiful. Number 6. High-fin lizardfish. The high-fin lizardfish lives so deep in the ocean that most people won't ever know it exists. Found as far down as 3,200 feet, it's been recorded in waters off the coasts of Northern Ireland, the Mediterranean, and parts of Africa from Morocco to Gabon. Despite its low profile, it's a fierce hunter. These fish grow to about 2.5 feet long and have sharp, curved teeth that stay visible even when their mouths are shut. Their large jaws let them swallow prey almost as big as themselves. They don't chase, just wait. On the ocean floor, motionless, blending into the sediment, they strike when something gets too close. The name fits. Part lizard, part deep-sea ambush predator. Their bodies are long, their movements slow and calculated. There's nothing flashy about them, but in their world, stealth wins. The high-fin lizardfish is one of those species that's rarely seen, but perfectly designed to survive in silence. Number 5. The stonefish. You wouldn't notice this thing until it's too late. The stonefish blends in perfectly with the ocean floor, hiding in plain sight under sand and rubble in tropical waters. That's what makes it so cute. It's got 13 spines along its back, and each one carries venom strong enough to stop a heart. People step on them without realizing, and when they do, the pain is instant and brutal. Without treatment, the venom can shut down major organs in a matter of hours. It doesn't attack, it waits. That's the worst part. It doesn't chase, doesn't move much. It just lies there like a rock until someone makes a mistake. Most victims survive, but the sting causes swelling, muscle death, and can lead to cardiac arrest. Anti-venom needs to be fast, or things go downhill quickly. So next time you're wading barefoot in warm waters, keep your eyes open. That rock might not be a rock. Number 4. The frilled shark. It doesn't show up often, but when it does, the frilled shark looks like something that should have gone extinct ages ago. It's just too terrifying and scary. With a long, eel-like body and rows of backward-facing teeth, it swims in the deep ocean like it hasn't changed in 80 million years. Sightings are rare. One made headlines when fishermen off the coast of Australia unexpectedly hauled one up. Its 6 pairs of gills flare out like frills, giving it its name, and adding to the eerie appearance. This shark doesn't move like modern ones. It wriggles through the water, slowly, with a wide mouth ready to snap on prey before they even realize what's happening. It swallows things whole. That includes fish, squid, and anything small enough to fit. It's not built for speed or flashy attacks, just patience and a design that's barely evolved. And that's exactly why it works. Deep, slow, and older than most species combined. It just keeps going, like musk. Number 3, the blobfish. Well, this is not scary, it's just strange. This poor guy gets roasted non-stop for looking like a sad balloon animal, but there's a lot more going on here than just a weird face. Declared one of the ugliest animals on Earth, the blobfish has a squishy, sagging head with a pouty frown, tiny eyes, and lips that always look fed up. It's almost cartoonish, like a grumpy old man in a fish suit. The thing is, the blobfish isn't built to impress. It's built to survive, where most creatures, including us, would collapse. Living around 2,000 feet underwater, where the pressure could crush a normal skeleton, the blobfish has a body that's mostly gelatin. It floats effortlessly without wasting energy, because bones and muscles wouldn't really work down there. That flabby look? It's actually the perfect suit for deep-sea life. Sure, it's not winning any L'Oreal beauty contests, but it's definitely outlasting a lot of prettier fish. The blobfish isn't ugly, it's just built differently. Number 2, the gulper eel. Eels already creep people out, but the gulper eel dials it up a notch. We mean, just look at this monstrous fish. This thing's built like a shadow, slim, long, and dark, and it hides deep in the ocean, between 1,600 and 10,000 feet below the surface. At a glance, it looks like a basic eel. Nothing new. But that mouth? It can unhinge and expand like a balloon, making it capable of swallowing prey larger than itself. That's its main move: inflate, devour, deflate. No chewing, no drama, just straight up engulfing. These eels aren't especially big, usually 2 to 3 feet, but their weird proportions make them feel enormous. They've been spotted only rarely, so there's not much we know for sure. The lack of sightings just adds to the discomfort. It's not flashy or fast, it doesn't light up, but it lurks. When it does appear, that oversized jaw is all anyone remembers. It's not the biggest monster down there, but it's definitely one of the strangest. Number 1, the Greenland shark. Barely anyone's caught this shark on camera. That's because it sticks to freezing deep waters in the North Atlantic and Arctic, far from where most humans fish or dive. But just because we don't see them often doesn't mean they're not insane. Greenland sharks are massive. Some grow up to 24 feet long and weigh over 3,000 pounds. They'll eat just about anything, from fish to seals and even polar bears. And here's what really breaks your brain: they can live for hundreds of years. One was found in 2016 that could have been born as far back as the 1500s. That means it might have been swimming when Michelangelo was still painting the Sistine Chapel. They move slowly, maybe because they've got all the time in the world. So while they might not look like much, these sharks are built to last longer than almost anything else alive. That's not just strange, that's legendary. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon in the next one.